Alright, so check this out. Ah, is that cool or what? The big metal spike. And it's sharp and pointy. Oh, anyway, this is where I started on these flats, but it was too much of an angle and it was going to end up being a lot wider than my belt grinder, so I wasn't going to be able to do it. And this one got messed up. You can see it got a little messed up. The belt, the little table, I'll just show you. It'll be easier for me. And easier for you. There we go. This moves. When me pressing on it, it moved down and it messed that flat up. That happened a couple other times, but not too bad on it like it was on this one. So after I had got them all pretty much even, I turned off the belt grinder, readjusted it, and then I staggered it to about right here in between where those flats were, and I ground it to a point. And that was 100 grit. Then I switched to a 220 grit belt, and I polished them up and brought it to a sharp point. And it's really heavy, and it's nice, and it sticks in stuff. Look at that crater. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a nice crater in that. Alright, I'm going to get the forge going so I can heat treat this. And yeah, back in a second. Alright, I got the forge going. Anybody who has a forge and can do this like this, you're probably already going to know this, but leather gloves, you need them. As far as this goes, I could put this in the handle, and it's good. You'll just have to sharpen it a little bit more frequently, but it's good. It'll work as a spear. I was throwing it at the tree like that earlier, and I was having a heck of a time. It was fun. But if you had the capability, you can do this. Now, I've got this tub of oil over here. I'm not going to get too close because I don't want the heat to mess up my phone. But this tub right there, right next to that red or white block, and next to that buffing grinder thing, whatever, that's a tub of oil. And I'm going to dunk it in there after I get this red hot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this tip up. I'm going to stick it in there, and I'm going to heat it up in the forge. I'm going to try and keep it even, which is easier said than done. A heck of a lot easier said than done. And then once that tip's all glowing bright orange, red, and whatnot, I'm going to dunk it in the oil to cool it off rapidly and quench it. Then I'm going to temper it. And between the quenching and the tempering, I'm going to polish it up just a little bit for the beauty shots and whatnot for this. And I'm going to, for the beauty shots and whatnot, then I'm going to temper it back, and then it'll be done. The tempering won't be on camera though, but I will put this together at the end of the video for fun sakes and whatnot. I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to turn the camera on when it's in there and it's ready to go in the oil. And speak of the devil, the lights came on finally. There was just one on, and then the other two came on. And, well, yeah, I guess now it's working. Dumb lights. Alright, we are nearing heat saturation point. Now remember, I'm just going to dunk the tip, mind you. Now just the tip, mind you, and only for a minute into the oil. Cold spot in here, and I'm trying to wrestle with it. Get the tip hot like I want it. glove has officially gotten too hot. All right. There's a lot of smoke. Don't breathe in. Got it all nice and cleaned up again. All shiny and whatnot. Alright, you have two choices for putting the bolts in. You can screw them in by hand. You can cut a slot in them for a screwdriver. Or you can do this. Oh, if you're not dropping the whole spike in there, make sure you clean out the holes, or the thread holes, which just entails running the screw through it a couple times and wiping the screw off after each one. Now, you can either A, put nuts on it, put nuts and lock washers on them, and tighten them down, and file them off and whatnot, call it even. Or you can mop these off and peen them in. Put a little heat on them with the torch and peen them in, one or the other. I'm going to do the second, but first I'm going to temper this thing. But I just wanted to give you guys a nice beauty shot of this thing. I had some marks on it I added a plus on the spike to know where it was going. Or so I put it in the right way, but it got burned off, and I then realized after putting it together, we're trying to put it together, that it was really easy to figure out the right way. You only got two choices. But this is it, guys. Nice sharpened point. A nice sharpened bodkin point style penetrating spear. Made from a large Allen wrench and a piece of pipe. It doesn't get more psychotic than this, people. Well, it could, but so far it doesn't. Anyway, see you guys next time. Dang it.